Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Igor Dioli and today we're going to talk about the top mistakes lifters make in the gym. Not only new lifters, but intermediate lifters and possibly advanced lifters as well. So whichever category you fall in, this video may benefit you in some ways. So stick to the end. I'll leave the best to the end. Obviously, don't go anywhere. But before we begin, don't forget to smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more quality content and toll the bell. All right, let's go. The first mistake is thinking that spot reduction works. It doesn't. So when I started working out, I wanted to have a six-pack, right? Like the superheroes. Actually, one of the biggest motivation for me was Hugh Jackman in the role of Wolverine. And in my mind, obviously, 5,000 crunches a day would keep the doctor away. No, I'm kidding. So 5,000 crunches a day would get me there, right? Wrong. Of course I didn't do that much, but you know what I mean. Exercising helps you burn more calories and get to that goal, the six-pack, faster. That is true. But having your abdominal muscles popping out is all about body fat percentage. If you have a lot of fat covering the abdominal muscles, you're not gonna see them. But if you have a low BF, what we call BF, you are probably going to see them. Men will start showing the abs around 11 to 13% of body fat, and women, it varies from person to person obviously, but women around 20% to 22%. So spot reduction doesn't really work because we burn calories as a whole in all parts of our body. Some people will tend to burn more in a specific area than others. This is about genetics. All right, next one is supplement is everything. This is absolutely not true, especially if you're a new lifter. When you're starting out in the gym, you have so much room for growth that with diet and exercising alone, you can get amazing results. It's actually so fast in the beginning that supplementation may not even be able to speed things up, since our bodies have their natural limits. But the more advanced you get, most likely the supplements will help. We can use creatine as an example. So let's say you need 5 grams of creatine per day to really saturate your muscle fibers, your muscle cells with creatine and provide more energy when you're working out and everything. So to get to those 5 grams of creatine, it's definitely possible to do that just with diet alone. But let's say you want to get all that creatine from red meat. Those 5 grams of creatine would come at a cost, possibly, because red meat is usually fatty, would come at a cost of too much saturated fat. So if you take supplements for creatine, you're getting the pure creatine. You're getting just that. That's what you want, right? So you take the 5 grams and that's it. No saturated fat, nothing extra. That's when supplements help. Maybe protein shakes are an exception. Because to have optimal results in the gym, you probably need around 1.8 to 2.2 grams of protein per pound of lean body weight. Maybe you don't have enough time to cook that much protein every day, and a quick protein shake will get the job done. Next mistake is stretching too much before your workout session. There are several types of stretching, and none of them is actually essential for you to do before a workout session. In fact, the static stretch, for example, the one that you hold a position for 30 seconds or more, might be detrimental to your strength and performance in the gym. So before working out, you warm up. You can do, for example, 2 to 4 sets of I'm gonna start my workout session with a bench press. I can do 2 to 4 sets of lightweight, 20 to 30 reps, and then start my actual sets. But don't get me wrong, stretching is really necessary. It just doesn't have to be immediately before your workout. So if you're working out in the morning, you can do your stretching session in the afternoon, for example. Stretching is going to help you with mobility, better form, and better results. Next mistake is focusing on cardio to lose weight. Losing weight is a matter of caloric deficit at the end of the day. So cardio really helps you to burn more calories throughout the day. That is true. But nutrition, sleep, and weightlifting are just as important. And one good reason for you to train with weights is that the more you progress, the more muscle you build. And muscle mass is very expensive. So in order for your body to maintain that muscle, it has to burn more calories. Ideally, my advice, again, I'm full of advices today. Do your workout session and then do your cardio. Summing up, you should do cardio to help you with weight loss and for the benefits on your health, more specifically on your cardiovascular health. That's why it's called cardio. But you don't have to overdo it. Next mistake is posture. Yes, and this is, I can't really say that this is the most important one. All of them are really important, but this is very important. And the next one, which is the last, may even be the most important one. We'll see. Our spine naturally has its curves, but when we accentuate those curves, we can create temporarily, we can create a hyperlordosis or a hyperkyphosis. Some people just call it kyphosis. And that over time could lead to permanent changes. And in the gym, that also happens especially with new lifters. They're not used to controlling their bodies in all these new positions they're supposed to be at to do the exercise perfectly or close to that. But I'll give you a rule of thumb that should work for most exercises, if not all of them. Always keep your spine neutral, which means chest out, shoulder blades back, and that's it. When you look in the mirror, you know if you're like bending forward or if you have like a neutral and nice posture. So you should keep that posture all the time when you're working out. But hey Igor, I heard that you have to hyper arch your back when you're doing bench press. This would be like a hyperlordosis, or when you are squatting or when you are doing pull-ups, for example. Those are valid techniques, but they're not necessarily the only way of doing these exercises. You could have a neutral posture, a neutral spine, with all of them and still do the exercises correctly. So this one is the bonus, the one I saved for last, and in my opinion, one of the most important ones. Pay attention. Our last mistake is not knowing which muscles you're actually training or how they should work. A classic example of this one is the lat pull down. So what I see in the gym is that most people, not most people, but there are a lot of people that I've never counted to see if it's actually most people or just like 49%. It's not most people, but it's still a lot of people. And yeah, you get it, right? So I see a lot of people not knowing what muscle they should be working with a specific exercise. For the lat pull down, for example, I see many lifters using their arms to pull the bar when they should be using their back. And this mind-muscle connection, you have to know exactly where the intensity should be, where you should be contracting the muscle exactly to be able to have an optimal performance and consequently optimal results. If you have a spotter or a friend that works out with you, what you could do is, for example, for the lat pull down, that friend could press with their fingers on your lats so you actually feel if you're really contracting that muscle or not. If you're leaving the pull down machine, or if you're doing pull-ups or whatever you're doing, that is basically the same movement. If you're leaving that exercise and you feel your arms sore, maybe you didn't do them right. So my tip is for you to learn. You can put it on YouTube. There are a lot of videos that will teach you how to do these exercises. Most of them that have hundreds of thousands of views are good enough. So my tip actually is learn the basics first. So for example, if you want to train back, learn to row properly and to pull properly. Usually when you're pulling, you're trying to build your back on width. And when you're rowing, you're trying to build your back on depth for legs, learn to squat properly with different stances. For chest, bench press with a barbell, with dumbbells, with the bench flat or inclined. If you learn all that, it's not that much, but if you learn all that, you can have amazing results. And as you get more advanced, you start learning new moves. Let's put it this way. So this was it for today. And if you got any value out of this video, please don't forget to smash the like button down below and hit the subscribe button because I'll be back. You have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the gym, in the next video.